Start with the silent run, then do a wanderer
That's
run?
perfect! Well, yeah, so wait, okay, hold on. That last run
Yeah.
was amazing. That
It
was
was
crazy.
amazing.
I saw it all the way from start to finish. It seemed so dead immediately, and you got all the way to the frickin' heart. And then it was just some bad Sneckos on that elite.
I
Otherwise,
think
you probably could have gotten the heart, right?
we were always gonna die in Act 4, I think. We couldn't block at all. I think about how much health I have, like, total, like, if I assume that my block cards get played in reasonable ways and stuff, and usually I want, like, 150 to 200 at least against the heart, and that deck had, like, 80.
That's true. You didn't have a disarm,
Yeah.
so you couldn't have gotten the heart down
Yeah.
at least a little bit. Oh, well. Here's a silent run. Also, what happened? You were 8-0 just now?
I was 8-0 on YouTube today, but those YouTube runs are from, like, a week plus ago or something.
Oh, people are referring to your the same streak from before.
Yeah, I was 5-0 this morning, or 6-0. I don't remember. Did I win with defect? I don't know. But yes, I'm not anymore. I mean, streaks come and they go. You know, it's just you can play well, but whether you get a long streak or not is sort of like whether you flip the coin well at that point. It's really out of your control.
Do you think you could ever have a 100-0 streak? There's no coin flips anymore. You just happen to be so good at this game that no matter what they throw at you, you're just gonna win. That's true beating the game.
I would stop playing. I'd get bored. The problem with this game is that if your win rate is that high, you'd have to get really, really unlucky for a run to ever be interesting.
Oh, I guess suddenly the game is not interesting to you.
Yeah, like, if I have a 100% win rate in this game, that means that if I walk into the Lagavulin fight and draw only defends on the turns where Lagavulin doesn't attack and only attacks on the turn where Lagavulin does attack, that would cost me like 40 health or something, right? But that's completely out of my control. It's just getting unlucky. But to have a 100% win rate in this game, I would have to be winning so consistently that like that 40 health didn't even matter. At which point, like, what about the game does matter at that point if you can lose 40 health and still win?
That's right. I have heard you talk about this before, why you don't play on lower ascensions.
Would you like me to try to, like... How do you want to sit in for this run? Do you want to make suggestions on card choices? Do you want me to explain the card choices to you, like a coaching sort of thing?
What is coaching?
Coaching.
You
play Slay the Spire, you don't. You're Ascension 20, right?
I am Ascension, for the chat to know, I am Ascension 20 on all 4 characters. I've only beaten the heart with defect at this point. I'm about 350 hours in. It is my life. This is my favorite game ever, ever, ever. It has nothing to do with voice acting. The voice acting in this game is fine. But I just love this freaking game. Apparently it was it's one guy who does all the voices. I saw that on Reddit. He did an AMA.
I saw that as well.
It was just a voice 1, 2, 3 job, and he just did all of the voices. Dang, that's more than Jorbs' one with defect. Nobody wins with defect. Is defect your worst character?
I think that defect and silent are about the same for me, but I have to be focused on defect to do that well. So if I'm not focused, I think I win a lot more on silent and defect, but if I focus, I think I win about the same on both of them.
Gotcha. There's that's right, there's a female voice actor. Guys, I'll do a real caca. This is in my real microphone. Caca! There you go. It's the real thing. I really wish, as far as the voice acting in this game is concerned, I wish that when you had the best relic in the game, which is known as Cultist Mask, or whatever it's called, that your character said caca, but they don't. I don't know why. It's just the text box.
They do when you drink this, right, though? Right? We do this now?
Oh.
I don't actually want to use this potion this side, I don't think, with Bouncing Flask. Yeah, I think we can save it.
But I don't think... Oh, you might be right. But it doesn't do it with Relic.
It definitely says it there. It's weird that it doesn't say it with the Relic if they have the voice...
It doesn't say it with the Relic.
Well, it's just the same voice as the voice cultist, right? It's not like it's a different voice line anyway.
Zaval says, which character has the best voiceover and why is it Fat Gremlin? Fat Gremlin is pretty good. Who's got the best? Who's got the best? Some of them are surprising, like the sound that oh man, what's the intangible elite name?
Nemesis.
Nemesis. When Nemesis dies, that's a wild sound. That is a terrible sound. It's pretty badass. I like that one. Nemesis, yeah. The Merchant is, the Merchant has probably the most voice lines out of any in this game, I would think. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. I would say tie between Merchant and Nemesis, as in all things. They're always tied.
Dagger spray. We just have like a few decent damage cards going on here. It's a pretty normal deck.
Gremlin Horn, I play much more emotionally, which is probably why I'm not as skilled a player as you are. So I'll go for things that I really like. And Gremlin Horn is one of the most satisfying relics out of them all.
You're like chopping up a little bit. Do you hear Raid chopping up a little bit, chat? I don't know if there's anything you can do on your end or if it's just a connection thing, maybe. Make sure that you're not doing voice through Discord as well. I wonder if...
Oh, I am doing voice through Discord as well. Because I couldn't take the call. Oh, wait,
if you mute yourself there, maybe...
I have done this. Okay, maybe that's going... Ray's mic is quieter when Jorbs talks. How dare you? I can also turn my mic up on my side.
You could turn your mic up, maybe 5 decibels.
I have done this. I don't know how big the delay is for your chat. Is it like 30 seconds?
It should be like 3 seconds or something.
Oh,
not too long.
3-second delay? God damn. Guys are asking, this is my closet in my home. This is my home studio. Sounds like he's coming through a wrong mic. Oh, I wonder if Skype.
That could be it too. Could be like your webcam mic or something.
No, it's coming through the Focusrite. Yeah, it's there. Test audio.
Just sounds like a little cramped, like it's not getting the full range of your voice properly or something. I don't know.
Also be because I have it all the way over here. Wait, if I actually put it up here where it's supposed to be, does it sound better?
It sounds a bit better, I think, yeah.
All right. I tried to get the microphone out of the camera, but it looks like we're gonna have to have this weird little dongle.
Oh, but you sound so much better now.
I sound so much better, and that's what's important. Let's get this guy's up. Yeah, this is my home studio. It is a closet that I have put some $10 like baffling stuff up for. Sorry for the weird feedbacks that you guys are about to hear. This is where I do all my auditions, and I do a bunch of like weird, there's lots of little side projects that happen. Most of the time I'm recording for a video game and stuff, it's in studio, but if I record, say, for a modded character in Slay the Spire, oh no, what a terrible turn. How are you gonna get out of this?
Okay, we've got Gremlin Horn. No.
Oh, you've got the Gremlin. That's right. Yay, it's so satisfying. Oh, and you've got your strike dummy too. You're not killing that guy. Why not?
Wait, I have strike dummy? Oh my gosh, you're better than me.
Oh,
no. How embarrassing.
This is where I recorded stuff from home, like The Wanderer and the other mod characters that you have created, which I cannot wait to see what the heck you're going to do for those. I feel like, how many I assume everyone in chat has played The Wanderer at this point?
Oh my gosh, it's actually sort of insane. I think it has like more than 5,000 subscribers on Steam or something. It's like, I thought like maybe a few hundred people would be interested in playing it. But I thought like, some people would enjoy watching me play it and that would be cool. I did not realize how many people were gonna tune in to that as players.
That is awesome. Damaste666 says that they have never played The Wanderer. They can leave chat right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing else going to learn today. But you did so many. We talked a little bit when we were setting up the call, but you did so many wild gameplay decisions on one character that I'm like, how are you also going to do 2 more characters?
Oh, they're gonna
Like
be so weird. They're gonna be so weird. We'll see. I'm less convinced. I'm less convinced that I can make Cole fun easily. I'm very convinced that I can make Explorers fun.
The theme for Cole is that you're doing a lot of permanent damage or buffing to cards in your character, right? That's the whole idea.
And you cannot block.
Whoa! Oh shoot, I did not know that.
Yeah, that
Wow.
part's important.
You can't block. Okay. Holy smokes. How much HP does he start with?
I think like 60 right now. It's not balanced yet. You have
Oh
a
my-
bunch of intangible. You're a ghost, so
Oh, okay. So you've
you
got
do
it.
that instead.
And then for Explorers, what's the theme for that?
The Explorers are...
You can only block.
The idea behind the Explorers right now is that you have 2 of them, and so it's sort of like a tag team fighting game sort of thing where you can change who's actually playing the card sort of thing. So you can
Like Pokemon,
tag one
where
in
you...
and the cards all of a sudden do something slightly different.
Gotcha.
Some of the cards will actually literally be different cards depending on who's tagged in, is the idea. We'll see if the coders can make the UI look good for that or not.
Is it a thing where... Does this suck? Do you not have... You can't get him?
I'm 1 short.
1 short!
Yeah, I'm trying to work out if I Ghost in a Jar for 25 HP or not. It's a good potion, but might sort of need to use it now, I think.
I don't know how you're able to do math
Well,
like that while talking to chat and everything. And calculating poison damage.
I'm only pretending to be listening to you for the conversation. That's my secret. I have no... I'm not actually even sure who you are. You're just some...
I'm just some dude. I'm the
You're
creator of
just
Slay the
somebody
Spire.
talking on... You're the creators. Incredible.
I have made it. I've made all of the cards. I am the Wanderer. Ray, any chance you come to EU for a convention? We are Zapi. We've been looking forward to coming to the EU so much. We really, really want to, and we've even like directly talked to a lot of cons, and nobody is interested. We even got so close to getting to a con in Austria because someone was vouching for us, and then the con leader said he didn't like anime, and so he didn't want to bring us out. So we're trying. We're trying one of these days. What are your do you have a your own lull guy? Is this you? Like Living Armor has a little... Oh, Jorbs lull.
Oh yeah, that's just straight up a picture of my face. That's actually one of the really old emotes on the channel. It's one of the first ones. It's literally just a screen cap of my face, and then they cropped out. That must be like 3 years old or something.
Wow. How
And the
long
wizard
have you been
hat.
streaming?
I think I went full-time. I went full-time shortly after Long War 2 released, which would have been about 3 years ago.
Lawnmower 2?
Long War 2.
I don't know that.
I've actually played Lawnmower 2, though. Lawnmower Simulator 2. It was terrible. Lawnmower 2 is a mod for XCOM 2 that I did balance and QA work for. And then when it released, I had been like working on it as a volunteer for some months, so I like knew all the stuff, so I started streaming it. And people tuned in and liked the show. And then I was like, oh, I'm like making money doing this and stuff. I could just keep doing this. And then I did.
When did you feel like you took off when it was Slay the Spire? Did you have stuff happen before then?
If I remember right, I was broadcasting to like 500 or 600 people pretty regularly before Slay the Spire.
Wow. And then did you also play it on your own, or did you play it on stream for a while to see if people... Like, how did you know that you were going to be great at this game?
How did I know I was going to be great at
like,
Slay
did you
the
play?
Spire?
Was it an accident that you found out later on that you were like, oh wow, I'm actually pretty good. I'm going to put a lot more time and effort into this.
That's a really interesting question.
Or did you play on stream and you suddenly started winning a lot and you're like, you know what? With my background and what my interests are, this is probably a great game for me.
I can't remember not being incredibly good at Slay the Spire. You're 100% correct with your question. Like, there was definitely a time when that was the case, but I don't remember what the world was like.
Was that back in version 1.0?
I played this game quite a lot before 1.0 was even out.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think I always felt like I would be good at this sort of
remember
game.
the first run.
You remember the
Maybe we
first
have-
run? I took a bunch of pommel strikes and then I died. I was like, well, my deck is full of attacks, so I can't block. Like, I just need to kill them before they attack me. And then it turned out that some of the enemies had like more than 30 health. How was I meant to know that?
It's true. You have to die your first like dozen runs on all the characters because you have to learn all of the enemies.
Some people went on their first try.
That's insane.
I feel like they must have like watched other people play or something, though. They must be cheating. I have no evidence for that. It's just for my ego, right? Yes. So, I mean, I played Magic the Gathering and poker competitively, and this is sort of a mix of those sorts of card probability strategy games and a roguelike. And right before Slay the Spire came out, I was playing FTL. And FTL is not really a game that you play competitively per se, but I like set the second longest hard no pause win streak for FTL during that time. So I was pretty good at that game.
Jesus Christ.
No pause, yeah.
That's amazing.
No pause. 22-0.
Wow.
And so when this came out, it was like, oh, this is a roguelike version of like MTG. Like, that seems like a sweet game, and also like the sort of game that I might be pretty good at.
And it also happened to be a very well made game. Because I always marvel at like how good this game is.
It's very good.
Are just so good at balancing, at coming up with new stuff. I feel so bad. My friend, I got him playing on Switch, and they still don't have the new potions. And I'm like, oh man, you're missing out on so much cool stuff. Mr. A, what's your favorite card in Slay the Spire that you might wrongfully pick because you like it? Oh man, some of my favorite cards. It's hard. There's so many characters. You know what card I love because it's so satisfying to play, but I know it's not the best, is on Watcher, the 30 damage 2/1 that you can only play signature move. I love that one.
Signature move.
But it's not a great card,
Can you do
right?
your best, like, you know how like in fighting games characters say a stupid, like they say the name of their move sometimes when they do it?
Oh yeah, like in Castlevania Dark Metamorphosis every single time.
Yeah. Can you do a signature move?
Signature move.
Oh my
signature move. Judged. I love the judgment UIs. That's some of the best.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
33 asks, very, very important. What's your favorite form of potato? The answer is defect.
Wait, what? What did you just call defect?
Defect is a potato. He's a cute little potato.
Oh, okay.
Darkest Dungeon style commentary of one of the runs. Oh, that's such a good idea. I should do. Wait, did you just get? You just get? I missed the Snecko.
Yeah, I
didn't
did.
See that.
No, I snuck it in.
You sneak to the snack. Yeah. What is It's all just. The silent faces the avocado. With a Snecko in hand, we go see what will transpire. In the Spire.
Oh my God.
Frickin' avocado.
It's incredible. I feel like something that I was surprised at when I was trying to put together lines for you to record, and I'm still trying to put together more because I want more of them, but it is so much harder than I thought it would be to write lines for voice acting.
Come up with lines?
Yeah, and the fact that you were able to sell like the writing that I gave you was very impressive to me.
Thank you.
Because those lines are a lot worse than you made them sound like they are.
I have a lot of experience working on very low budget. I got my start doing Russian iPhone games, all sorts of terrible Chinese games, Korean MMOs. So I'm used to making stuff sound as well put together as I can. 3-0. You guys already have a little Ray Chase thing. I am a voice actor with a lot of stuff. And I was watching one of Jorbs' streams a little while ago, and I have to admit, when you said yeah, I'd like to have a voice actor for my mod. I was like, I shouldn't do it. I don't know. I don't want to fan out too much and disturb
Fan
this guy.
out
And so
too
I thought about it
much.
for like a week, and then I decided to just contact you and say, hey, would you be interested? I'd love to help you out if you can. And I'm so glad that you said yes, and that the character came out so well. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
How many languages do you
I
speak?
mean, when I like was very excited to receive your email, and then when you sent the first like, I think
Oh, yeah,
we
I
were
auditioned.
sending stuff
Right.
back and forth, and you were like recorded 3 different lines for each of the 3 characters or something like that. I don't
Mhm.
remember if it was just one or maybe. I think I listened to those for like half an hour, like straight. And I was like,
That is awesome.
yes, these are good.
uh, I'm really glad to hear that. I'm glad that it's worked out, and I'm happy to be on your stream during such a cool day. I'm counting that last fight as a win for how badly it turned out at the start.
Yeah, it is a
Uh,
lot easier to win at this game if you. Oh, do you mean the last fight we fought or the Ironclad run?
this ironclad,
Oh
that
yeah, it's a lot easier
horrible
to win if you
ironclad
count
run.
your loses as wins.
Yes,
It's
I do. I know. I sure do. Uh,
that's fair. Davio Head, thanks
uh,
for the Prime sub. Agbomo show to you too.
Akamomo show to you, Davio head. Um, I want to be if the devs ever allow it. The devs sometimes are on your stream, right?
Yeah, the devs pop in every now and then.
I'd love to voice Ironclad. That's the only one that I could do any justice to.
What would
Uh,
Ironclad sound like?
I think he'd be really angry.
Oh my god,
You
it's
said
Ironclad.
break. This kind of thing. Reaper. Bash. He'd just be very angry all the time. I would love to be an Ironclad man. And of course, caw. Metal Gear? That's right, he would just be Snake. Ironclad's an orc, Atom Sims? I don't think so. Is he?
Ironclad has green skin. It
Whoa.
doesn't necessarily mean he's an orc though. Like Watcher
Orc,
has blue skin, and I don't
orc
think Watcher's
means
a Smurf.
when you're orc, you have to. It's the rule with fantasy that they have to have this voice. So it'd be this then. Bash, pummel strike, that sort of voice.
Zugzug?
You can do silent, just keep your mouth shut, says Najmi Jizzy. Good stuff. Water is Smurf. Oh, they're saying that Watcher is a Smurf.
Watcher is a Smurf?
Yes. Here's another thing I always. Do you ever even look at, with whatever 4,000 hours that you have in this game? Do you ever look at the words above all of the UI stuff, like what it says on this screen, this rest screen? It says time for a break.
Oh
Or
yeah, I see that. It's
if
like
you
it's a really cozy game. All
yeah.
sorts of the stuff that's going on is just really cozy. And then it like, absolutely crushes your soul over and over again. But um yeah, I like there are things that people who have played the game like for hundreds of hours haven't noticed in the text, sort of like that I do know about at this point. Like for example, it always says what turn it is when you start your turn. This is the 3rd turn. So many people don't know that.
What? Where?
Here, so I end turn right here. It says enemy turn, and it says player turn, 4th turn.
Holy shit! That's mind blowing!
How many 100 hours
What
have
the
you played
hell?
for?
I'm on 350. I
Yeah,
can't
there you
believe
go.
that. Chat is insane. That's insane. It says the number of turns.
This is the thing
Wow.
that distinguishes me as a Slay the
Okay,
Spire player,
wait. I
knowing
have one. I
that.
have one for you. I have one for you. I was thinking about. Here's so tired. Do they only do that when you're at low health? I've always wondered too.
I'm
Does so
not
tired
sure if
only
these
come up?
change depending on your health. That's a good
Here's one.
question.
Here's one for Chad and for you, Joel and Arabs.
Joe
How
and
do you say your old name?
Joe and
Joinerbs?
Ribs.
John Ribs.
Joe
Okay.
and Ribs. I did it
Joe.
with the full 3 syllables, but then I said it enough that I started to like compress them together a little bit,
Joe and wait, does it mean something? Does Jorbs mean
It
something?
just means in between Jorbs. Jorbs just means jobs, but it has an R in it. It's a Homestar
Like
Runner
the
reference.
Homestar Runner. Homestar, yeah.
Yeah.
Great Jorb, Armstray. Oh, you should make your next character should be Coach Z. I think that would be a great character to make. Here's one for you. What is the only floor where the background changes?
What's the only floor where the background changes?
Yes.
In Act 3, there are rotating shapes in the background.
No,
Is that
I don't
what you
mean
mean?
that.
You don't
there's
mean that.
one based on a choice that you make, the background changes. Maybe I gave it away.
Oh, is it the rest site that we're at
No.
right now? No?
There might be another one.
Based on the choice you make,
noticed.
the background changes. I don't know. I
Does
don't know
anybody...
the answer to that
yes,
one.
Keith Potato has it. Correct. The 2 orb walkers.
The 2 orb walkers, the background changes?
There is an actual little thing, because it at the flavor
Oh,
text
you
is,
open the...
you open the thing and it
Yeah.
actually opens.
Huh.
That took me, yeah, the orb actually leaks open. It's the only one that it does that in. And I noticed that maybe about 100 hours ago, and I was like, I wonder if anyone else knows this one.
Just you. Well, now everybody does.
No,
See, now you've...
Chat seemed to know too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time looking at the backgrounds and wondering about things. And like with the city, are those other spires in the background? There's lots of spires.
I read an
There's spires within spires.
interesting thing that pointed out that the city implies that there are a bunch of people living in it, right? But you only ever fight like the slavers and the thieves, and you run into the beggars. So somewhere over there in their like little ivory towers, there's some ruling class that we never actually see because they don't deign to run into us.
It's true, they have a working currency. They do have an actual cash flow going on here in the Spire. So it's not just pillaging for food and stuff like that. Food and cards, I would imagine. I wonder if the other robbers and stuff use cards to fight you, or if they're actually using the weapons that are in their hand. Well, no, because you have weapons in your hand, but you don't use your weapon. So I think the slavers also have weapons. I mean, the slavers also have cards that they're actually using. Wait, I want to see if you can make this work.
Oh, yeah, it's over.
Oh, yeah, you did it. Oh, that's so satisfying. Oh, and you have Gremlin Horn. Wow.
Well,
no.
yeah, but the turn's over.
That's fine.
Really good fight, though.
A communist utopia, there is no ruling class, says Hinkle. Oh, the champ is another actual person who lives there.
We don't know for sure that the champ is a person. I just want to point that out right now.
These guys came back. What the hell?
The leader is gone now.
These jerks. Do you know? Because they have different. Here's other weird details. They have different names, don't they?
Blue slaver, red. Oh, these ones are just slavers. The middle one is a taskmaster, though.
A taskmaster. Do you know the difference between the robbers? Because that's also.
There is a looter and a mugger.
Yeah,
and
I always thought that was so...
whichever one is on the right in the fight always gets more shield or a larger attack on turn 3.
Oh, so you want to go after the one on the right?
But the one on the right has a higher HP pool as well. So that's the decision that you make in the fight. If you think you can kill the one on the right by turn 3, you should probably be killing that one. But if you don't think so, maybe you should be killing the one on the left.
Gotcha.
It's like a weird decision. It's a bizarre decision.
Couple of chat have interesting things. There's a Taste Casual. There's a Coliseum event where you fight slavers and Gremlin Mob. The city is probably built on slavery, but that's true. There is a whole. They have a picture of an entire Coliseum full of fans. So those are real people, unless they're all also robbers and taskmasters.
Yeah, I mean, you don't fight against the fans, though. They don't have to be meeting you in the hallways.
Whoa,
They've got their own jobs and stuff, presumably.
W. Chargin says, it took me so long to realize the red louse and the green louse have different fixed movesets. No, that's incorrect. I refuse to believe this. Is this true?
Yeah, that's true, for sure.
What?
The red
What?
ones only buff themselves and attack you, and the green
Oh, we're
ones
in
do
the
the
Coliseum. You
weaken
know.
thing. We are in the Coliseum. There are all of our friends. Zephyr's come to say hi. Hi, Zephyr.
Zephyr is your doge? Let me see.
Zephyr's my cat.
Or your cat. Hello. Oh, I see you now.
Zephyr's a little bit weirded out because our apartment suddenly has a bunch of food in it.
Oh, stocking
Because
up.
we
Yes.
actually went shopping.
Nice.
He's like wondering if he should be stressed today. Also wondering if he can have some of the food. He's a very food motivated cat.
Wait, before you leave. Oh, damn. I wanted to check that thing. Who are the people in the front? You see the face. Can we actually make that be somebody in the game? It was like a blue face and a green face, I think.
Ooh, like the Watcher and the Silent? Well, we are the Silent. Blue face
No,
and
they're
green face.
like
I don't
clearly,
think
they're clearly
the
enemies. They look
cleric
like,
is blue.
oh,
The cleric?
cleric himself. Maybe the cleric is looking bloodthirsty. Wait, what are the wait, what is the difference between the louses? I need to know this.
Green ones are the ones that make you weak, and the red ones never do that. They only buff their own strength and attack you.
Wow. And then whether they alternate, it's a 50-50 chance whether they buff or attack.
I don't think it's 50-50, but it's 60-40 or something like that. I don't know exactly what percent it is.
My God, green ones make you weak. Do the green ones have more block usually? Or when they're on their curl up?
I don't know that. I think the green ones tend to have more health overall, like health plus block.
Wow.
And the red ones tend to be a little bit weaker, but I'm not sure.
There is so much. How do you know all the AI stuff? Because sometimes you're like, you literally know what someone's AI pattern is. You find the code somewhere?
There is a reference sheet that you can look at that just has all of this information, yeah. If you just Google Slay the Spire reference, that'll take you straight to a Reddit thread where it's introduced.
Wow.
And then the spreadsheet has like 12 pages, and it's got like all the different events, explanations of the spawn conditions for the events, like that you can't run into the joust if you have under 50 gold, stuff like that. Has all of the different enemies organized by act and by bosses, and with their entire movesets and exactly what the moves do.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Things like at what point all the question marks come. That's where you're able to really make big question mark decisions. Where you could say, what am I likely to run into in this act? Is it worth it doing a battle, or is it worth it doing a question mark? Ninja Scroll, one of the weirdest relics in the game.
Did you say weakest relics in the game?
Weirdest.
Weirdest. Yeah, I don't think we pick it up here because we draw 9 cards on turn 1 at the moment. So it just gets them away.
Yeah, it's like a worse backstab.
Although I have 2 strength, so they do deal 18 damage.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like turning 2 of the cards in our starting hand into like better backstab. I guess we have Ink Bottle too, weirdly.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good in the heart fight or against Time Eater.
How did you get the gift?
I gave away Strike Dummy. Strike Dummy did work for us, and then we removed all of our strikes, and then we got to give it away.
That worked great. Well, that's a good question, Katie. Do the shivs have random cost if they start in your hand?
No, the shivs get placed in your hand.
Yeah.
Or added to your hand. You don't draw them. Snecko randomizes cost when you draw a card.
When you draw it.
Yeah, I don't think we want it. Pretty sure I don't want it.
All right, now I'm back in the game. We talked a lot about lore. There's so much. I just get so curious about all these things.
Your excitement is like palpable and enjoyable. It's very enjoyable.
Cool to be able to talk. I just love this game very much. It's my favorite game. What are your chances here? What do you think?
Against Gremlin Leader or in the run total?
In the whole run. How do you think
the
this run is going?
Run. Well, we have a Snecko Eye and a Corpse Explosion, so we must be in pretty good shape.
You're just going straight up poison. you don't have the a catalyst slowly making poison is our game.
Maybe. We'll see. We can just end up doing a bunch of other weird things on account of Snecko Eye. The only poison I really have is Noxious Fumes, which is just great all the time, and Corpse Explosion, which is also just great all the time.
Yes.
Oh, and Bouncing Flask, I guess. But like Noxious Fumes can just be used to get rid of artifact charges if you're not really using the poison for that much. Corpse Explosion just does awesome things in the AoE fights regardless. So
Right. And there's a lot of them in Act 3 too. And you got you've got a footwork.
yeah, I picked up the footwork so we can maybe block that way. Obviously, we could just get the Wraith form stuff going if we hit a Wraith form, but we have to hit a Wraith form. Have a Piercing Wail 2, would certainly be taking a Malaise if we got one. We have 77 max HP, so it's plausible that we get to a point where we kill the Act 4 elites really quickly and don't actually need to block that much in this run, as long as we like weaken the heart and apply a bunch of poison. Lots of ways we can go still.
Kanaxai says, I remember when Corpse Explosion was terrible. What was it? What did it used to be?
It used to make all of the poison that something had on it explode, dealing twice that much poison and damage, but then all of the poison was gone. Crippling Cloud, Mainswer.
So it just did a big explosion.
Yeah. But you'd like spend a bunch of time getting 30 poison applied to something and then lose all of the poison, which just wasn't very good.
Omega Void says, I like Corpse Explosion on the Goblin Leader, so when he dies, his minions don't get to run away.
Oof. That's just sort of cruel.
We've got the Knight and Cleric. Here's some more lore. I imagine that these two are pretty nice people. Not criminals.
That's true, actually. I forgot about them when I was talking about that.
Also, the Cleric has like a weird...
There's a guest on the stream behind you.
Hello, Julia. This is my soon-to-be wife. We've had to cancel our wedding due to the Corona-chan taking over.
I'm sorry.
That was next week we were going to have it. Now we're just going to have it in our backyard. She's a voice actor as well. You might know her from Kablam, June from Kablam. She's in Fire Emblem Heroes. She's in all sorts of crazy stuff. Sword Art Online.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Seven Deadly Sins. She's awesome. Say hi, Julia.
Hi, everybody. I just got my nails did.
Show that chat. You're on live with
yes.
you.
They can see me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Julia.
I almost look this good. You probably won't be able to see them. They're very subtle and classy and sparkly. So, but they're very sparkly.
Look, show it on camera.
They're very sparkly.
Yay.
You guys can't see them. They're very sparkly.
They can see.
And my toes are gold and sparkly.
Good job, Megan.
Okay, I have to go get my dress fitted. Bye.
Bye, Julia.
Miss you.
Miss you too. She knows this game as the game that has ruined our relationship.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like,
Spire.
yeah, there you go. That's the problem.
Door slams. That's always really interesting. Somebody, I did an official meet and greet at TwitchCon this year. I was in the big hall with a table, and there was a line of people in front of me. It wasn't a very long line for me. Other people had very long lines. It was okay though. And somebody came up to meet me and was like, "Yeah, my husband really likes your channel, but he couldn't make it, so he said that I had to meet you." I occasionally also have people typing in chat my boyfriend just won't stop watching your channel and I hate your voice.
My boyfriend loves you more than he loves me.
Oh.
It is I'm sure you're responsible for a lot of people's romances going awry. Oh look, it's my wedding cake. Let's see. Yay! We had to cancel our wedding, and so instead we're just doing it in our backyard. So we had to go through all the vendors and stuff and figure out what exactly we had to do. And so with every single little thing, we had to reorder it or cancel it. It looks like they're going to still deliver our wedding cake, which is very nice, even though it's going to a different place.
That's good.
But that'll work.
It's a bad time to be organizing gatherings of things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the what we're raising money for?
Yes, the DREAM program.
DREAM program is climate education. Why does it have a lot of people coming in one place?
Oh, they do like mentoring. And so they run a summer camp, which is specifically what we were raising money for, to run workshops at the summer camp.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They do like one-to-one mentoring, and they do like group trips. But they've actually suspended like regular operations at the moment just because, yeah, not a great time to be putting people in contact with each other, I guess. Like, the general vibe of the organization, why I love it so much, is it's all about like connecting people from different places together, but like that's exactly the worst possible thing to do right now.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Let's have everyone come together and touch each other.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Now what are we? So this money's going towards the camp.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I don't know. I really love this organization. I've been supporting them for like 10 years, and I like talked to their CEO about how I was raising climate change awareness this year, and you know, I'd love to raise some money for you. Is there something we can do to tie that together? And he was like, yeah, we are going to do climate education workshops at the summer camp, so you can help fund those. And I was like, sweet, that's awesome. And then coronavirus hit. But
Yay.
I think the organization's awesome, and if we raise money for them, even if they can't run a summer camp, they're gonna do something good with it. Yeah.
People are having trouble with the wait, what is Advent Skynet? Oh, Advent Skynet is your bot or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
When it's speaking in the first person, and it's very confusing. I'm like, how is Advent Skynet
Advent
also
Skynet,
have a 9-0 win streak?
There are not many people who run Twitch channels where anybody is allowed to add a bot command, but I decided that was a good idea a long time ago, and I'm not sure why. And then I never changed it. So, yeah. Advent Skynet is a channel bot, but the things that it say are sometimes... The things that it says are sometimes a little bit weird.
Very strange, yeah. It just talked about I'm in the IDF. It's very confused. Why are they all about Dig? Why do they think Dig is going to happen? Oh, you're making Advent Skynet say Dig, Relic, Dig. This is great. To Arms chat, we have been betrayed. Oh my gosh. I'm from Interpol. This is horrible. Oh, you do !dig and Advent Skynet. How did it say Dorg that Borg? Dorg that Borg? What is happening? To Arms, dig. How did Dorg that Borg happen? That was very confused. This is crazy.
Jinfizes asks that you do not judge them on the contents of Advent Skynet. And says that she is just glad that no one is writing sexual fan fiction about you for it. Which, yeah, nobody has put the sexual fan fiction in Advent Skynet yet, but
not yet.
Let's not make assumptions about what they're doing on their own time.
Chat, who do you ship in Slay the Spire? I ship the champ with Reptomancer. I think they do good. It's Champtomancer.
Champtomancer? That's cozy. I feel like the champ has a very big ego that he's taking into that relationship, though, and I worry a little bit about that.
That's true. Reptomancer can summon more people to stroke Champ's ego while she goes and watches Jorbs or something.
That's fair.
Do you think the bosses watch you? Do you think the bosses watch your runs to get better, so that they can kill the Spire Slayers more?
Not very well.
No.
if they're trying, they're watching the wrong thing somehow.
The merchant and the courier.
I think that the giant head would be like just full of knowledge, which the cleric would find fascinating, and also the cleric would be very like caring of something that was unable to,
Heal himself.
self-motorize.
He's so slow, though, is the problem. Do you think if they got rid of the slow debuff on Giant Head, would you be able to still beat him as well?
I'm trying to think which decks really care about that. I think Watcher and Ironclad get a lot out of it, don't they? It's an interesting, like, it's an enemy where the debuff doesn't really help orbs or poison in any way.
Right.
So it's like a debuff that makes it easier for
there.
Ironclad and Watcher.
What is it trying to... Usually the bosses or the elites are trying to test you for something. Giant Head has a lot of HP, but what is the slow trying to... Why does it have that? Is it a holdover from before that they just never got rid of?
The game definitely started out only having Ironclad and Silent.
Yes.
So maybe it's well, Silent can kill it with like Catalyst with poison, but maybe Silent had a lot of trouble with Shiv builds dealing enough damage, so maybe it's to try to help that out. And maybe it just doesn't make that much of a difference with Ironclad, really. Ironclad doesn't spam that many cards.
The Dude Abide says it's a Shiv deck test.
It's a Shiv deck chest. Do you have a Shiv deck right now? I think a fun donation incentive would be like I have to force Perfected Strike. I have to force Perfected Strike, Shivs, Claws, and Pressure points, and those are the only the only ways that I can try to win the Spire until I get a win.
Do any damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that would be a fun donation incentive, but I started the day on like a 5-0 win streak, so I didn't want to put it up there. But now I've lost.
Now we can do some memes.
Now I sort of could.
Let's do an Eviscerate deck.
Well, I've committed so much to actually winning this run, I'm not going to click on Eviscerate. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do
that. Okay, wait. Now that I'm thinking about it, about backgrounds. Here we are in the Orb Guardian, or the what's this guy called? Just Guardian, right?
Orb Walker.
Orb Walker. Oh, Guardian is the first act boss.
Are these higher quality than they were before? Look at these, like.
Yeah, looking at the background, and is this the same when it's 2 Orb Walkers? Does that bone-looking thing on the right-hand side turn into the teardrop that you take out the relic from?
The bone-looking thing on the right-hand side.
Yeah, like above. Yeah, that. Do they use the same background for that question mark event? That's what I'm going to be paying attention to this run. I'm sure you're doing great stuff with card synergy and all sorts of using ink bottle, making sure it goes up. But I will be looking at the backgrounds.
Is that what drives you to succeed in this game? Like wanting to get further to discover more lore?
Yes.
Do you think that has a... Well, it's kept you busy for 350 hours or whatever.
That is true. The first...
I guess it's working.
I wonder what the breakdown is. Because I played maybe like 40 hours when it was just Ironclad and Silent. And then when Defect came out, that's when I started really playing the game a lot. You've got your courier. Let's see. But I wonder what the breakdown is of like... when I started to actually try to win and do the Ascensions and all that sort of stuff. Because when it first came out, there were Ascensions, right? In the very beginning?
Not at the very beginning.
No Ascensions?
Actually, somebody asked me like several hours ago if I ever played the game on non-Ascension, and I forgot to answer, which happens sometimes. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I started playing the game, Ascensions didn't come out for like months. I have no idea how I just like played Ascension 0, Ironclad, and Silent runs for that long. I have no idea how I did that. There might be a reason that I don't remember that part of my life.
Hold on. Matutina Stella says, on the topic of backgrounds, does Ray know you can toggle the torches in Exordium? What are you talking about?
Oh.
More lore.
You must know that. I can show you. Seriously, these have gotten better. This is, like, before they were, like, it was like watching a clock that only had like 12 different ways that the hand could point, and now it's like fairly well animated.
Yeah, that's true. It would rotate slowly.
Yeah.
They added those around 1.0 time. One of them still does that. Oh wait, I don't know what people are talking about at this point. Ray can do some kind of auction house voice for the shop to bait Jorbs into buying items. I love that idea. Ha ha! He's kind of Mario. Woohoo! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Or that's Luigi. I am the shopkeeper. Sure, I will do my best. I don't know, he doesn't actually say anything other than ha ha.
Can
Right?
you... So you have done so many different characters, right? So many different characters in your...
Done a lot of different. I don't know what my IMDb is wrong. It's also what sucks is like I remember just starting out and looking at people's IMDb's and being like, oh, this is gospel. And now that I have one and there's like 200 things on there, it has so many freaking mistakes and it is a travesty. I have 190 credits on IMDb, but it's definitely missing a bunch and there's definitely a lot that are wrong. Like Dreams, apparently in 1999, when I was 12 years old, I was in a TV series known as Dream Street for
Congratulations.
7 episodes. Yeah,
Child
I played
actor.
high school. It's really cool to see how that worked out for
How
me.
is your relationship with your parents? Did they sort of capitalize on that? I know sometimes it gets weird.
As a child actor,
Yeah.
my parents have always been very supportive, if a little confused about my career. Like they definitely think it's that what I do is cool, but they don't know what it is that I do exactly. Like they've, I remember showing them Final Fantasy 15, and they just kind of said, "That's nice."
Yeah, I can relate to
So-
that as a poker player who then became a streamer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes. So your parents really have no idea what you do.
Oh my gosh. My parents like I dropped out of college and they were like, "Well, we have no idea what you're doing, but you say that you're making money, so I guess that's okay." And I stopped doing that and they were like, "Huh?" And then they
Huh?
were like, "Well, you'll get a real job then." And I was like, "I'm going to become an internet streamer." And they were like, "What?" But yes, now I'm making money doing this too.
What helped for
In
me
good
was
sports.
because you go to cons. What helped
Mhm.
was bringing them to a convention and being like, "Look, people
Oh,
know,
sure.
people want know these characters," and that sort of started helping make that work.
For me,
Thank you, awesome3475. I appreciate it. I've been playing Smash Brothers since I was a little kid, and I was just bowled over that they chose me for Roy. That's a really fun one. Do you play Smash?
I used to play Melee with a girlfriend a long time ago, but I think maybe because she was better at it than me, I've like never wanted to go back. I'm like okay
Are
with leaving that memory behind.
Now hold on a sec, because this game is not a fast-paced game, and yet but with you told me your XCOM thing is a no pause, which means you must have
Oh, that's
very quick
FTL.
reflexes.
FTL is
I'm
no
sorry,
pause, yeah.
FTL, which means you must have very quick reflexes. Are you good at twitchy games?
People who have been watching me play Celeste lately think I'm okay.
Oh yeah.
I got up to like Diamond in League of Legends. I don't know. I'm like not the best in the world, but I do okay, and I have fun.
That's cool. It's such a different skill set. I didn't know if it translated over. Dr. Dean and I
Hey.
can do some Roy lines. Jorbs won't lose.
BR donated $50 and says, "How do I meet men like you guys who see women as people and not things?" Honest question. You know, I have cut a lot of men out of my life because they are just like sexist.
Toxic. Yeah.
Especially when women aren't around. They just like, yeah. So I can relate to that struggle a little bit too, actually. But there are definitely people in the world who are kind to others and respect them as well. You just gotta find them. Find them somewhere.
Liera. Oh, here it is. There it is, baby.
Oh yeah, that's
So it's
it.
not. It is a different, slightly different background. That it's its own background.
Oh, just sort of like a pus sac or something. That's actually pretty gross.
Yeah. I'm glad I was able to teach you something about the game. I'm glad I was able to bring something to the table today. Liaronet, so Ray Chase voiced Roy and Roy's our boy. Does that mean by the transitive property that Ray Chase is our boy? No. Ray is our bae is the correct answer.
I wanted to ask you, the reason I brought up IMDb is I wanted to ask you, so you have 190 credits or some ridiculous thing.
Yes.
If you like if someone brought up one of those and it was true, like it actually was a thing you had done, could you just do the voice again? Just like on the spot for all of them?
We had this, I did this on a road trip with Julia last year. Because I actually got my start doing audiobooks. I did it in 2013, I think, when Audible went crazy and just wanted they just wanted to have 100,000 audiobooks in a year. And so they got guys like me and they just said, oh, you can do it? Do as many as you want. And I did 200 audiobooks in this 3-year period. And we went through my resume last year, and I was like, I wonder if I could tell you, because I read all 200 books. I did spend time doing this. I did do them.
Can you just do it from front cover to back cover, or do you have to like do several takes sometimes?
You do the whole thing from front to back. There were 2 audiobooks that I had to redo because I said the main character's name wrong.
Entire book.
It was awful.
Oh, no.
That was very, very bad. One was an Avengers book for Thor, and I pronounced. You have to do your own research some of the times, and I pronounced this character's name correctly according to Norse mythology, but they wanted the Disney pronunciation. And so I had to redo it, the whole thing. And then there was another one where I just straight up, it was based on a real life character. And I just said his name wrong. And so I had to redo the entire freaking book. What character? The guy, the guy who guards the Rainbow Bridge. I said his name wrong. I think that was his name. Actually, I can find the freaking email.
The guy who guards the Rainbow Bridge. Revolution Kyle, thanks for the $40 donation. Revolution Kyle says, I just got into my #1 option for my PhD program with full financial support yesterday. Hey, congratulations. That's rad. That's awesome. Very cool.
Marvel Heroes. So we went through my entire books, and I was like, could I name one fact from each book? And the answer is no. There were even like 5 or 6 that I didn't even remember doing at all.
Oh, no.
And it was very, very sad, kind of. For my IMDb, here it is. Marvel's Avengers Phase 1 Thor. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? It's going to be proofed. Let's see. I made 240 mistakes. So I had to redo it. Who is this character?
Is every single one of those mistakes saying the same character's name wrong? Like it just came up that many times? Whoops.
Oh wait, here it is. It's a PDF. But it's
so this was not a minor character, then, is what you're telling me.
It was a minor character.
Oh wow, here 240 times.
Here it is. Wait, Lofi? It looks like Volstagg and Lofi. Volstagg. I pronounced it wrong. And Lofi, whoever Lofi is.
Lofi.
Laufey. But if you asked me to do my characters, my IMDb, probably. I do think that I would know those more likely. But some of these games, like we play a main character and then we play a very small side character, and those I would have no idea. But yeah, I think pretty much everything I would remember at this point.
Do you think about them like an actual full person, or do you think about like, for this character I use more guttural tones and it's a little bit harsh, and so I put my voice in that mode and that makes the voice? Or are they like a full, this exact whole voice is for this character and I know all of the things and the accent and the intonations and everything?
It depends on the project so much. Sometimes you are just doing, they just want a cliche Oh wow! I looked away, and now you're fighting Hexaghost, and I was like, "Did we start a new run?" No, you're doing the
Mind
Bloom one.
bloom.
Okay. um, it depends so much on the part, because sometimes what we're doing is not a great project, and so they just say, "Oh, we'll just get your regular, just do your normal hero voice sort of thing." But for certain projects, like for Final Fantasy, or for, like, I was in the Walking Dead game, that was a full
Or the
three-dimensional character.
Wanderer.
Or the
Very high
Wanderer,
quality thing.
baby. The with those kind of characters, I really am thinking a lot. So much of what we do is just down and dirty, like go in for an hour. They'll give you a script, and then they just say go. We don't care what you sound like, and then you just go. But I would say like 10% of the time, you get a character that you really care about and that the client really cares about, and you can put a lot of effort into. Who's your favorite character? Enos Penvy says, "Wait, who are you in Walking Dead?" I play Marlin in season 4. One of my favorite characters that I've ever done. Noctis can say hi to you guys. Hi, Blazor. Hi, guys. Jorbs, are you gonna play? Hey, yeah, I never asked you. Are you gonna play my greatest game, Final Fantasy 15?
Maybe I have to now.
You should.
I haven't played a Final Fantasy game ever, actually.
I'm trying to think of, like, oh, this. Can you do this turn? Yeah. Who has Corpse Explosion? Nobody does. Oh no, Reptomancer does.
Yeah, I drew Corpse Explosion at a very awkward time. I maybe shouldn't have played Dagger Spray.
Wait, why not Bullet Time?
I'm gonna draw a card off Ink Bottle here.
Oh, and you'll try to get something better. Okay, just some more block. All right, that's not too bad. Final Fantasy 15 is an interesting game because I think it disappointed a lot of hardcore players who really like their games to be super challenging, and 15 is extraordinarily easy. You can make it hard on yourself by doing a level 1 sort of playthrough, but if you're just playing the game, it's pretty easy. So I don't know if you would have that great a time with it. However, the story is fantastic.
How long is the playthrough?
Very short. It's only about 24 hours long if you just play the main story. So for a Final Fantasy game, it is
Final Fantasy game is very short. Yeah.
Very, very forgiving. Yeah. Final Fantasy 15 is the road trip one. Who would not do the fishing arc? So I didn't do much fishing in that game. I know I played the king of fishing himself, but I just didn't do it. I ended up with him. I think he was level 6 fisherman, which is like basically all you have to do most of the little side quests, and that was it. Tori Ornithopter, you got all this sustain going on.
All of a sudden, yeah, deck's doing okay. I don't know if I want another Well-Laid Plans or Tools of the Trade. Like, we're doing fine. We don't have a malaise and may just, like, die to something randomly. But the deck's strong. It's a little bit... It's like a very strong but very vanilla deck. It doesn't do anything incredibly broken. We don't have catalysts or bursts or wraith forms or that many scaling powers.
Razel says, "Joyce, be nice to our guests and take the eviscerate." You don't have to. What does it do? It would do 9 damage 3 times. Oh, plus you have Curse the Duvu doll. So do 30 damage.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you there. What? Well, that's
and there's Ranwid. Do you think Ranwid is a shop owner, or is he a civilian?
I think Ranwid is a civilian.
He's just trying to get by.
Yeah, I think for sure. I'm not even sure that Ranwood's doing a great job of getting by, to be honest. I think it's a dog-eat-dog world out there in the Spire.
Awesome says Ranwood is a beggar. I guess you're right. No, but do beggars give you stuff back that quickly? That's the real question. That's a beggar who's giving you stuff back immediately. Ranwood is your cousin, and all he wants to do is bowl with your relics. Omega Void's great.
Do we think Ranwood has a job? Do I have a job? How strictly do you define jobs?
You're in between Jorbs. Ranwood is also weird because it seems like a palindrome, but it's not. Or that it would be an anagram for something. Draw.
I don't know what that means. It seems like a palindrome, but it's not.
It does. It's one of those oddly balanced words.
I guess I understand. Just like definitionally, something either is a palindrome or it isn't, and it, you know.
It's also weird. Ranwood, if you Google it, or at least on mine, it autocompletes jumble, unscramble, anagram. So even Google said, "Oh, this seems like a palindrome sort of thing."
That's fair.
Oh, it is an anagram.
Oh, it is an anagram? For what?
It is an anagram. The computer figured it out. It's an anagram for inward. Inward. What does it mean, Slay the Spire devs? Inward. Or Darwin. Oh, Scully 178.
I feel like you watch enough of my YouTube content that you've probably heard me ranting about how I desperately want a conspiracy theory I can believe in. But you know, yes. I need like a gateway conspiracy theory or something. I can't go right into the deep end straight away. I feel like like things being hidden, the Slay the Spire lore could maybe be it, actually.
It's a message from Nostradamus. This has been foretold. The expression on Jorbs' face is that he's definitely lost control of this conversation. I can't see Jorbs. Where are you? Which
Oh yeah, I'm on stream.
I can't see it.
I'm struggling to keep up with like Ranwood is like a palindrome while also playing Slay the Spire. Like my brain can't quite do it. Is it like a palindrome? Like I'm trying to like think of the letters and like none of them are even repeated once. Like
right. Well, also
I get what you mean though. It looks like a.
But it is an anagram.
Like a computer-generated word.
We've scientifically proven this thing.
Are all words anagrams, maybe, Ray? Just like for different things?
I guess all words are half anagrams of the alphabet, if you really think about it. We're just speaking in anagrams, nonstop. You have overloaded the Jorbs processing unit, Derelicious.
I've completely stopped reading Twitch chat, which I think is actually like making my life better, so that's whatever. Oh my gosh.
What was that sound?
Zephyr is here meowing at me. Don't do that, Zephyr.
Power pasta. Oh, this is some sort of meme pasta thing.
Okay, so you watch on YouTube.
Hold on. Wait, Chad has a good thing. Ramcorp says, so the dev of this game was an avid Android Netrunner player, and Darwin was a super shitty AI program in that game. So go spin a conspiracy theory from that, Jorbs. Think about it.
I'm into it. No, I'm totally into it. I feel like that's going somewhere. What was I gonna say? Don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh no.
When did you decide on Wizard insignias for everything?
Well, I like played Magic the Gathering as a kid and stuff, so it was sort of close to me already, but I was doing some sort of collaboration with somebody and he called me a spreadsheet wizard and I was just like, okay, sure. I can go with that. That's easy.
So that was from Twitch, or that was just from you and your friend hanging out?
That was a like thing through Twitch, yeah.
So when you started, you didn't have any, you were just...
When I started, I was just Joe and Ribs. Just a very bad play on words that I came up with when I was like 13. That was my entire brand. Oh, I was so young. Now I have everything.
I love Dig Pasta. God, I hate this chat. I'll do dramatic readings of your pastas.
No.
Just enjoying my business. As usual, watching some Jorbs when suddenly he finds a shovel and the entire chat starts spamming the stupid word. Like it's not even funny, you're just running the joke into the ground. Please do something interesting instead of just copy-pasting every last thing. There's Dig Pasta.
You're gonna want to very, very carefully select which ones you read. Okay.
Ogbomoso is a city in Nigeria, which is also a city in XCOM 1. We had an XCOM campaign where the aliens always attacked Nigeria, and we had multiple terror missions in Ogbomoso. I had no idea how to pronounce it, so I looked it up, but the online guide was read in a robot voice because there is no real English pronunciation, and it was hilarious. That's where the whole thing started.
Why don't I... What is this? This is like an audiobook. Why don't our silent decks deal any damage?
Jorbs undulates as he puts another footwork in the deck.
No!
How do we kill anything?
He says as he...
Oh, man. Oh, guys, chat is going too fast. Ah, I lost it. I lost the audiobook. Oh, here's about premature ejaculation. Wait, oh, god damn it. Oh, the chat. Oh, it's gone. It's too fast. Wait, I'll copy it into a notepad and read it.
So having watched my stuff on YouTube, and now, like, coming to a live event, sort of, is what's basically going on, right? I had this really interesting thing with Caitlin when we started off dating, where she really liked this one musician in particular, and the musician's music was unspectacular, but, like, fine when listened to on recording, so I was like, okay, sure, this is sort of normal. And then we went to Folklife in Seattle with her parents, and they took me to a live show, and the guy just like had an amphitheater and everyone stood up and sang the lyrics along with him, and it was just straight up a cult. And it was a testing time for our relationship.
Because you didn't know how she would react.
But you came to this channel not in sort of the same way, I feel like you didn't realize that this was a cult, but now you're here and it's happening live before your eyes.
And I'm feeding the flames. I love it.
You are.
Because
you've brought the shit posting straight to me.
At the end of this, I get to go home. I'm already home. I don't have to deal with
follow
chat
you
anymore.
on Twitter and
I can
stuff
just
though.
fan the
Like
flames,
you
walk
are
away.
you are over optimistic that you're getting away from this unscathed. Can we get a link to Ray's socials in chat maybe? Like
yes. I only have one social. I'm not very social. Although I do stream on Twitch. But we play games that you guys probably don't like. That we don't like very much. Like
you don't like very much.
Persona 5.
Unfortunate.
It's not a great game to stream. It's fun to play if you're alone, but like for streaming, it's just listening to voice actors, which is boring.
Just discarded the wrong
Skynet.
card.
Okay. I'm getting all of the pastas. There's a lot. I have already 2 pages on my notepad here. Oh my god. Slow down, chat. I got premature ejaculation. Oh, what is this? So you're going by Jorbs now. It's Tanner from... What the hell is this stuff? These are the ramblings of a madman.
You need to be like only reading these for charity donations or something. We're giving stuff away for free.
Incentivize them. Okay, that's a good. What is this one? How good is armaments?
We did get.
It just links to your Spire set chats.
Bertha Star donated $20 and SOL Den donated $35.62. So they can have a copy pasta each as a treat.
Choose which ones you'd like me to read.
Yeah, in general.
This is very funny.
They need to earn this with capitalism, I think.
I like one of these very much. I like promotion very much.
That's promotion.
Right, here we go.
I have the bot in my channel muted. Like, I expect my moderators to clean the things up that are terrible, and I just don't have it turned on for my own sanity. So I might actually not even know what some of these are. I think I know most of the infamous ones.
You must see them a lot. Although I guess also people are just bringing up maybe dead memes at this point that we don't even know.
No meme ever truly dies.
Okay, I think I have all of them. All right, which ones? Who just won? Who just donated?
SOLden and Bertha Star. They're gonna be like super buried in chat though. You can just read whatever. Think about their names maybe and assume what they would like to hear based on that.
Birthing Star?
Sort of close to that. I feel like that's close enough.
All right. Here we go. Premature Raziel says your premature F is written like an infomercial, if that helps your reading. All right. Premature, where is it? Oh, I get it. Okay.
Premature ejaculation is a relatively common disorder that causes chat to go F to pay respects to a dead run before the run is actually dead, and often before the run is anywhere close to dead. If you suffer from premature ejaculation, ask your doctor for treatments which might be right for you, including watching Jorbs win runs in spite of difficult-looking situations.
If you have that as a soundbite that plays, I think it'd be pretty rad. Oh, F. Oh, chat is effing all over the place.
If you like record audio on the stream right now like that, do I have rights to it?
No, I have rights to. Oh, so I'm a SAG member, and the way it works is like, because I'm like legit and like all Hollywood. So like basically, if I'm on your stream, I actually own your stream. Is how it works.
You can have it. I'm walking. So
I can even, if you want to use that as a thing, I can actually record it and send it to you, or they'll clip it, which will probably have also.
Yeah, no, they'll just clip it. Yeah, I'm trying not to talk while you read stuff though, because I feel like people will want the clips and then they'll want to like link to the clips later and stuff. I'm thinking about the future.
Raise while dealing with an awakened one at the same time, which is insane to me.
Oh, the site's easy.
Razy wrote that. Very good. Chill. How often do you eat chili? Why is that a meme? Such a small copy pasta.
That goes all the way back.
That's why it's so short.
Yeah. We didn't have that many words back then. It was a small channel.
This one's a weird one called Imperio. I don't know if I can read it. It's mostly emotes.
Well, you could use sounds to sort of describe the emote, I imagine.
Emotes?
It's an art thing.
Imperio. God, there's so many freaking pastas. Now you're on Deku Donu. The amount of spam in this chat is wild.
Isn't that... You're not allowed to say that, are you? Like, in English. Don't you have to say Donu Deka because of the vowel order? Deka Donu? I don't think you can say that.
What did I just say?
You said Deka Donu. Or Deku Donu or something. Did you say Deku Dona? Maybe you just got the...
I have no idea what I just said.
Words like mixed
Deku
around.
Donu is what they're actually in.
Donu Deka in. Deku
Donu Deka sounds better, yes. Donu Deka. Deka Donu. But they're in they're not standing in that order.
We should have you play one run of Slay the Spire, and we should also do one voice audition from me, but say that it's you. And then we should see if you can win a run of Slay the Spire, and I can land the part. Like if it comes from your email address.
I did three auditions today. You might. Wait, hold on. Let me check these.
I have a nice microphone.
I do have a. I'm sure you have an SM7, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great microphone. What did I audition for? You could have booked one of them. One of them is. These are under NDA.
Okay.
One of them is so generic.
Tell me what they are then.
One of them is so generic. It's just player character. And I'm sure you would have had a good audition for that. Wait, I missed a lot of chat. Forearms, chat. We have 4 arms.
I didn't know that was. I'm not surprised. That's a command, but I didn't know that was a command.
We have 3 arms. We have 3 arms off flex.
How high does that go?
2 arms right now.
5 arms a thing? 5 arms. Oh, there's no 5 arms?
2 arms, chat. We have 2 arms. 3 arms, chat. Meomer has 3 arms. 4 arms, chat. We got 4 arms.
Is that what Twitch chat sounds like?
This is what strong chat sounds like. 4 arms. Oh, and there's also a joke where it's 4 arms, but like not 4 arms. It's like 4 arms. Tiny arms, chat. We've got tiny arms.
Why am I not playing skewers? I might just be missing them. Sometimes I might advance ink bottle in ways that I want, and I might be missing it. Possible.
There's a, oh, I guess this is the lyrics to 99 Love Balloons. Interesting.
It's like having somebody like find my live journal from when I was 14.
Yeah, it is. This is true. They're just picking
Except
up
I
all
didn't
the
even
facts.
write it.
This is true. This is what your friends wrote about you
Wasn't even
in
me.
high school.
Yeah.
Good night, Omega Voids. Going to sleep. You've got like Europeans watching.
Yep, for sure.
Jorbs, can we have Ray Chase watch Ayaya and comment about it?
Do you know Ayaya? What is Ayaya?
You mean, I know, hey, yay, that one. The He-Man meme.
No, that's not Ayaya.
Oh, I know this. Yes, the anime one.
All right, good. You've redeemed yourself in the eyes of chat.
Yes. This one's pretty old, right? 2015. It has that You're the Man Now Dog quality to it from like 2005.
Lyranet donated $20 to the charity and requests do !silent damage or !Jacques if it's not being read or
All right.
if silent damage has been read already, do
I
!Jacques
have silent damage
instead.
here. Yes. This sounds like an audiobook. Why don't our silent decks deal any damage? Jorbs undulates as he puts another footwork in the deck. How do we kill anything? He says as he picks Wraith form and does a spooky ghost dance. Our deck deals no damage. He moans in ecstasy, attempting to recreate the art of the piercing wail he just took. Where's our damage? He sighs as Reptomancer stabs him to death. Oh, wait, no, I have to do this again. Now I get it. The joke is it builds. Because you're moaning and then okay, hold on. Why don't our decks deal any damage? Jorbs undulates as he puts another footwork in the deck. How do we kill anything? He says as he picks Wraith form and does a spooky ghost dance. Our deck deals no damage, he moans in ecstasy, attempting to recreate the art of the piercing wail he just took. Where's our damage? He sighs as Reptomancer stabs him to death. There you are. Silent damage.
If there weren't any children watching already, there will be in 9 months. That's how that works.
You killed the Dekus. You killed the Deku from My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia. Oh, you got a perfect toxic egg right there.
Can you read Jacques for me?
Jacques we have a request from Jorbs himself.
Jacques
Orblong?
Hello, I am from Interpol, and I am looking for international diamond smuggler. Jacques Orblong.
Hello, I am from Interpol, and I am looking for international diamond smuggler Jacques Oblong. We understand he may be working somewhere in this area under a new false identity. Were you actually a diamond smuggler, Jacques Orblong?
No, it's really weird. A lot of people bring it up. You've of course heard of the famous international diamond thief Jacques Orblong. I assume everybody has.
I feel like this is a joke, like my crotch or something like that.
No,
it's not.
There's no joke about international diamond thief Jacques Orblong. He is a real human being who is definitely not me.
Who's
no,
not
it's
you?
a joke. You're right. You're correct.
Yay! The only Google is somebody. I guess someone's Reddit name is Jacques Orblong.
What?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was a Reddit thread. As an aside, how is join orbs supposed to be pronounced? It's an awful attempt at a pun meaning in between Jorbs when Homestar Runner was socially relevant. Homestar Runner is always socially relevant. So the following are correct. Jorbs, Join Ribs, Johnny Nerves, Steve, Stiv, Jacques Orblong. That's great. Is this your own subreddit? No, this is the Spire subreddit.
I have a subreddit though.
Dang.
It's probably full of a lot of the things that we've just been enjoying. Is enjoying the right? And whatever's been going on.
Oh wait, there's there's Poger Posture. Whoa, Joey Nerves, do you really want to plage all these Pogers against the Awakened Poge, who I must remind you, fuck Chad, it's too will gain not just 1 to 2 strength every time you play a poiser. You better watch your step during this particular boss fight. Podge is the new thing. I can't wait until 5 years from now when we all have to explain Podge and Pog to children. Right now, it's cool, but I'm sure it'll be very confusing. Oh, here's another one.
To the children, we created wall podging. Some weird
there's
stuff
even more.
going
Oh, there's
on.
more. There's so many freaking pastas.
Ray, you're not gonna, like, there are too many. There was a 1,000-bit donation from Carignis who asks that you read the Gettysburg Address? Like in
The
full?
Gettysburg Address?
Like all of it? I don't know if that's a gig you take.
I think everyone needs to hear the Gettysburg Address. I played
I'm cool with that.
in a play once. Oh, it's not that long at all.
No? Alright.
How should I read it? I played young Lincoln once in a play at UCLA, and I read up a lot about Abraham Lincoln. He's a great man. He invented the electric motor scooter.
87 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great coronavirus war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot play consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus so far nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. And we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, under the awakened one, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the spire. Abraham Lincoln.
Unfortunately, the VOD is going to get muted now because they're going to copyright strike that. That sounded exactly like the real thing.
I'd buy an audiobook of just me reciting famous speeches. There are many. There's an audiobook. You're on the heart already? Jesus Christ.
It's not looking great, though, for what it's worth.
I guess that's true. Ray, how do you get through first time reads like that without laughing? There's too much to think about. You can't laugh. What is 30-minute version? I don't know what that is. Too long to clip. I did some audiobooks that are really, really hard to listen to. So if you want to listen to me narrating long stuff, I did one about Fibonacci. It was just a bunch of numbers. I just read a lot of series and sequences of numbers. You can listen to that one. It's pretty awful.
So I have a Swift Potion, and I haven't played Apotheosis yet. But if I were able to draw Apotheosis with my Swift Potion, I could play Apotheosis, and I could put my powers in play and they could be upgraded, instead of not upgraded. But it's really hard.
There's a 28% chance or so.
It's really hard to clear 3 cards. So the Swift Potion can actually draw enough cards. Like I could play... If I play Fumes, I can't play Bullet Time anymore. So I'd have to play Well-Laid Plans and Footwork, at which point I've put the powers that I wanted to upgrade
but you
in
want
play
them up
anyway. Yeah.
Could you play Defend?
I can't play Bullet Time anymore if I do that. So I don't think so.
Oh, because it's 3. Bullet Time's 3, I see.
What I could do maybe is I could... Do I need Well-Laid Plans Plus in this fight? I don't know.
Chat says if Bullet Time upgrades, it goes to 2. You also don't know what Apotheosis
That's
is gonna
true,
be
but
yet,
I want
right?
to play... Yeah, I want to play Bullet Time before Apotheosis. I want to use Bullet Time to make Apotheosis cost 0, not the other way around. I think I play... Shoot, this is weird. I think I play...
I'm not backseating, chat. He asked me what to do.
Yeah, no, you can backseat. I think I play both of these and then draw and try to hit
I'm side
apotheosis.
seating.
I missed!
No!
I missed! The worst part is, there are only 7 cards in my draw pile now, and so when 5 statuses get shuffled in, like almost half of my remaining cards are statuses. We can use tools to discard them, and I guess we can hold on to Piercing Whale to survive the multi-attack, and maybe we'll survive until turn 5.
And you had a bottle too. You had ink bottle.
Yeah, yeah, but I
6.
couldn't make it happen on the right turn, I don't think. Are we dead?
You've also taught me some insane things recently about like drawing void and stuff like that in your last couple of videos, which blew my mind. And the fact that you can vault over stuff like Time Eater's buff turn, it just blew my mind. 50. Is this it?
It's gonna be very hard to not take any more damage for the entire fight. It's gonna be very, very, very difficult.
1.
At least it sort of plays itself once you can't take damage. You don't have to think about like...
You just try to do your best.
Well, you never have to think about like, is it worth it to take 3 damage here? Because the answer is
Yeah.
you would die, so
You do
probably not.
whatever it takes.
I guess holding... This is weird. We might be meant to hold on to Bouncing Flask this turn to clear the artifact charges.
For next turn.
No, we can just weaken it more. So we hold on to Leg Sweep and we play Crippling Cloud. Defend. We have to play Leg Sweep. We hold on to Defend at 1, maybe? Do I hold on to Bullet Time? Maybe I hold on to Bullet Time. We actually have an okay turn without using Bullet Time. We don't get to play Corpse Explosion, but we could play Flying Knee even. Maybe that's the play. And then we die. That's always the worst part, is you think so hard, and then you just die.
Or you spend an hour playing just to die. But to me, defeating the bosses is a win. You don't have to beat the heart. This
I
game
appreciate-
isn't about beating the heart.
I appreciate your positivity.
35. All right.
No, we can block 35. It's not a big deal. Next turn is 45 though. Next turn's actually worse than this turn. And there are no Piercing Whales left. I have these cards. So if I drew Survivor, Leg Sweep, and Defend, and I could play them all, I have 2 Dexterity. So that would be 16, 13, 10 is 39. I would be 12 blocks short. So I would have, I mean, I think it's actually like impossible. Noxious Fumes
Chad,
heals me
reminding
for
you
2.
get 2 heals, 2 very critical heals. You triple your health by playing Noxious Fumes.
It's true. No, it's totally true.
GGP3 recommends just killing this turn. That is true.
Wait, I can't even like block this turn. I don't even have... Well, that's unfortunate. I sort of assumed that I was blocking this turn, but these only block for 10 each. So I'm actually just dead now. Whoops. Well, let's die this way. You want to check out a Wanderer run?
You at least you took your life into your own hands.
It's like there are scenes in action movies where like one of the combatants in the 1v1 just like takes their sword out and stabs themselves and says that they
Yeah.
like saw the entire fight and realized they couldn't win.
You know what? You actually stabbed yourself in the heart to die, so you did beat the heart in the end.
It was just the
You
wrong heart.
you metaphorically just got confused about which way to turn.
Yeah.
uh,
Instructions were unclear.
the problem that Jorbs did at that run was he didn't listen to me. I had so many good ideas with how to make the deck better. I just I did beat the heart with defect once, so I do know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty good. I used I did tell you this.
Very confident there.
I did tell you it was a bomb deck too, even more.
Oh yeah.
Bomb. What was it? Bomb.
Yeah,
And,
no, you told me. You were like, yeah,
very
I'm
happy.
getting married and I beat the heart with defect with the bomb, and I was like, I wasn't sure which one I should express more excitement about. Like,
are you done? Are you switching to the Wanderer?
I'm switching. I have to open mod the Spire so that I can play
Okay.
the mod character. Yeah.